cost-saving projects at farms all over Maine are in limbo after a freeze on federal funding. The projects were all made affordable to local farms through the USDA's REAP grant.
The grant provides significant reimbursement after renewable energy projects are completed in rural areas. Pearl Small has been speaking with farm owners who were counting on this to help keep costs down.
As these items head to the shelf, the price that accompanies them depends on what it took to get them there.
What people don't understand is that if we were really charging what it's worth, they probably couldn't afford it.
We raise pork and beef.
At Old Crow Ranch, a first-generation farm in Durham, margins are slim. One of the driving factors, the cost of energy.
It's a lot of money that we spend in electricity here on the farm.
Co-owners Sarin and Steve Sinisi have spent the last few years working to make long-term investments that will have a big impact.
So from that edge of the fence right there,
switching to solar is one, but with such a heavy upfront cost, it seemed unrealistic until they found out they could apply for the USDA's Rural Energy for America program grant.
And we were awarded one, and that's amazing. We were so excited. It meant that the project was going to go forward.
They signed a contract with the federal government in which they were promised reimbursement. Then they got a loan to front the costs and hired Revision Energy for the installation. The project was set to finish up in July.
Almost to that birch that's only halfway up, that's going to be where the 100-foot solar array will go.
But now, after a freeze on federal funding, the plans for Old Crow are falling back out of reach.
We crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's, and boom, maybe this isn't going to happen now.
Every week, Revision Energy has been getting calls from concerned farm owners like the Sinisis, who hired them to install solar systems.
A lot of Maine farms and rural businesses took the government at their word. They got their grant letters. They said, you're good to go.
Vice President Dan Week says they have more than a dozen projects with promised REAP funding that are set to be completed in 2025.
The uncertainty that we're currently seeing, they're not sure that they can move forward with these projects, which has lots of ripple effects.
Over time, this project would save Old Crow hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the farm has also been promised funding for separate projects, like making improvements for wildlife, hunting, soil runoff, and erosion.
There are so many programs that help farmers across the United States so that we can keep our costs down.
Everything that is now in limbo could directly impact the prices you see on the shelves, as well as the lives of those putting them there.
I'm angry. I'm so angry. Like, I can't think about it too much because it just brings me to tears.
In Durham, Pearl Small, News Center, Maine.